People who take the U.S. citizenship test need to know some important facts about the history and government of the United States. In this video, we'll learn about the Voting Rights Act. After the Civil War, many states passed laws limiting the rights of Black Americans. Some of these laws made it harder for them to vote. Methods included expensive poll taxes and voter registration tests designed to trick them. Because of these tactics, only 43% of eligible Black Americans in the South were registered to vote in 1964, and those who could vote faced intimidation and violence at the polls. In 1965, civil rights leaders, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and John Lewis, led a march in Alabama to protest voter discrimination. Police officers violently attacked the demonstrators. Images of the violence were broadcast on TV stations around the world. The attack angered many Americans who demanded change. In response, President Johnson pressured Congress to pass the Voting Rights Act. He signed it into law on August 6, 1965. The act outlawed racial discrimination in voting in the United States. It forced states with a history of voter suppression to get the federal government's permission before passing new voting laws, and allowed the federal government to send agents to watch over polling stations where voter intimidation was common. Because of the Voting Rights Act, voter registration amongst eligible Black Americans in the South increased significantly. However, certain parts of the law are considered controversial. In 2013, the Supreme Court ruled that parts of the Voting Rights Act were unconstitutional and that the federal government cannot impose voting restrictions on an individual state. Today, activists argue this ruling has once again made it harder for people of color to vote in some parts of the country.